What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for popping in, sharing your time and energy with me today. I was inspired to come to the divination table with this Sun-Uranus conjunction that's kind of aspecting a little bit with the moon in Scorpio right now. And I love all kinds of Uranus energies. And it's inspiring. It's inspiring. So I wanted to ask the I Ching and pull some cards to find out how we can best utilize this Sun-Uranus energy in Taurus. And so they're coming together over the next couple of days. I think today is probably one of the stronger approaching days. And so the energies can be felt approaching within a couple degrees at exact, and then a little waning after the disconnect, right? So I have here today with me Sacred Rebels Oracle by Lana Fairchild, and my favorite mystical moments, and Old Steady here with the I Ching prediction of Da Liu. And I actually have a new, well, it's a replacement, the I Ching workbook by R.L. Wing. It's a really good workbook to kind of just get down to the fundamentals. I don't really want to read too much from the books today. I'm going to be using more intuitive connection here. So I'm going to just draw a oracle card to get us started. But basically, the intention is to get advice on how to best utilize or show up for the Sun-Uranus energy in Taurus. Collective reading, Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus. How can we best show up and utilize the energies available on this day? Collaborative dreaming, number 28. Awesome. Yeah, so Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and Aquarius is groups and the internet and weaving and making connections and networking. Can you see this okay? It's a little wonky. Lovely card. My little tulips in the background. There's this energy coming out from the heart, the arms, and the third eye. All bridges of connectivity, and there's multiple faces and people here. So yeah, it's a great card to start off with, and we can tie that in with our contemplation. I'll leave that here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with the I Ching, and then we'll follow up with the tarot. See which coins we want to work with today. Okay. All right, and again, we're asking, how do we best utilize Uranus, Sun conjunction advice? All right, so quick prayer. Clearing all of my channels, energy channels, any negative unwanted energies. Accessing my superconscious, beloved creator, ancestors, and the living spirit of the I Ching. Please come forward to give us clear energy, clear advice, clear messages that we can understand, that we can use practically in our daily lives as a collective regarding the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus. How can we best utilize and show up for these energies? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. How can we best show up and utilize the energies of Uranus Sun conjunction? Advice. How can we best show up and utilize the energies of the Sun conjunct Uranus and Taurus? Advice. How can we best utilize and show up for the Uranus Sun conjunction in Taurus? Advice. How can we as a collective show up and best utilize Sun conjunct Uranus? Advice. Can we best show up for Uranus Sun conjunct in Taurus? Advice. How can we as a collective best show up and utilize the energies of Uranus Sun conjunction in Taurus? Advice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, just a quick reference here for coins. Okay. All right, so we have two moving lines. Our top, we're heaven hexagram. It's thunder, I believe. Or wind. And the bottom hexagram, our earth hexagram, is, oh, it's the same. Okay. Yeah, thunder. Wow. I remember one time when I got this, it was in a workshop in the UK, in Brighton actually. I think it's 51. Let me just double check. Double thunder, down under, it is 51. Wow. Okay, and with that, we'll have some extra messages and some advice for our changing line, which is, let's see, let's do that now. And while I have this open, okay, joy, lake, and then earth, receptive. My favorite purple pen. My old one ran out and I had to get a new one. So it's writing beautifully. Earth and lake. Top hexagram, earth. All yin lines. And the bottom hexagram is lake. One broken line at the top. And so that gives us 19. Okay, awesome. So I traveled from Arizona to UK for the first time, and it was a total buzz. Like, I don't know if it was let's see, what do you call it? Like jet lag, or just it being my first trip by myself. But I was going to a workshop to learn, I think it was Qigong or Tuina. Anyway, it was, all I remember is like every cell in my body was vibrating and gyrating the entire time. That's what this double thunder reminds me of. I remember actually doing it, divination, during that time. And this is exactly what I got. And it's interesting. My body remembers. My body remembers exactly what that was like. But I was going to, I had dreamt about going and studying with this teacher. And actually he worked on my arm while I was there. And there's just a group collaboration to learn, to experience, to exchange information. And the entire time, my nervous system was it was just lit up. Okay, so actually I'm gonna stick with the translations here, just to, it's a little shorter and more concise, and I'm not gonna read all of it. I'd like to just read the summation, and then I'm gonna give you the extra messages here. Okay, so this is a good time to examine your relationship to all your external affairs. Carry on with whatever you are engaged in, but be certain that you have most of the elements of your life under control. Affairs that are pending and unfinished business will cause difficulties during shocking times. Yet, if these times inspire you to make innovative changes in your life, in your relationships, and in yourself, you will meet with vitality and success. So, the rest of the interpretation is going to describe more of the nature of shocking, like thunderbolts, and the hexagram itself, or the trigrams together. The trigrams each show two open yin lines, so like penetration of something sharp. And yeah, but basically, like, shock to the system. All of a sudden you're alert, your senses are more acute. Like I was saying, my cells were vibrating, everything. I was sensitive to everything that was around me. And so I'm very familiar with this feeling of this hexagram 51. And just think about the elements of thunder, the storm, all the things that interact when there's thunder. So there's lots of extra ions in the atmosphere. Everything is buzzing, ripe and alert, and the storm comes and then it goes. It comes and it goes. It's fast moving. It always brings something, like it says here at the end, you'll be met with vitality and success. So everything is charged up in the atmosphere and helps the soil, and yeah, it's amazing. We love thunderstorms, especially here in the desert. So I'm going to read to you the second line. It says, a cataclysmic upheaval can cause you great losses. Do not try to resist or fight the forces, since this is impossible. Instead, remove yourself from the dangerous situation. Become inaccessible. In time, you will recoup your losses. So that's the first one. And the fourth line, the shocking event will reduce you to immobility. This comes about because of befuddled mind, confused and unprepared. You cannot make any progress under the circumstances. So that's kind of a drag, to be honest. But the advice is pretty clear, is now is a time to be more alert and to lean in with, excuse me, let's bring that here. See, here. There we go. To lean in with your groups, kind of prepare for, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst type of thing. And, I mean, these are really strange times. I don't think I've ever seen so much happening all at once as I have as of late. And it does feel like the shoe's gonna drop, something's gonna happen. And it's difficult to be prepared for something that we can't see, it's unclear. It's really interesting, but if you have a good, strong network of people that you can borrow each other's skills and also like share each other's energy in terms of like lending an ear or a shoulder to cry on, or just to be in connectivity, we won't be able to stop these cataclysmic or shocking events, and that's really, I mean, 51 is perfect for the Uranus conjunction with the sun. The sun is the biggest luminary, and Uranus is electrifying. It can go for years stagnant, but then when it touches something like the largest luminary in our solar system, then it will absolutely bring some kind of change, upheaval, something quick and disruptive. So and the advice here is that to basically surrender to that knowing, and realize that once the storm passes, you'll be better equipped. You'll get your upgrade, up-leveled vitality in your energy and your environment. You might have to change your environment quickly. And yeah, and then the next hexagram from that is 19. So once we've changed the moving lines and we've gotten our additional advice, we move on to creating a new hexagram from the changing lines. And approach is like the wanderer kind of, or the traveler coming into a new space. You have a place that has been a new place that you haven't been before. How do you approach walking into a room with people you've never met, or into somebody's home that you've been invited to that you've never been before, or going into like traveling into a new country like I did. In this example that I'm using, going to London or going to Brighton, and it being totally new culture, new kind of money, new experiences, not knowing what to expect. Ooh, goodness. Excuse me for a second. Oh my gosh, I made a mess. Yeah, so what do we feel? What do we experience psychologically? And how do we move and navigate ourselves in those situations? So, in this case, proceed with open, optimistic, caution. And let's see what else maybe the tarot wants to say about this. It feels really good to me, honestly, even though some of the advice sounds like damning or dooming. It feels really good to me. So we'll ask the tarot for clarification and additional advice for the Uranus Sun conjunction. Oh my God, the AC/DC song, Thunder, da na 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 na, just came through. I don't even know if that's what they're saying, but yeah. It's gonna be wild, basically. It's gonna be wild, it's gonna be fun. Stay open to those aspects and just be prepared for the unexpected, go with the flow, and know that whatever challenges that do come up, they are definitely going to be part of your upgrades, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, in your nervous system. Wow, not a whole lot is, nothing. Usually I like to take jumpers, but nothing's jumping right now. Oh my goodness. So interesting. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. 10 of Swords. Definitely some kind of ending, but on the horizon, approaching something new, right? With every ending, there's a beginning. Queen of Swords. And look, she's looking, scoping out the future, scoping out the new lands, scoping out what is approaching. And she's kind of, I don't know if she looks stuck in that tree. So she's just arrived, perhaps. So perhaps she's just arrived and she's scoping out the new territory that she's going to conquer, right? Because she's the queen. So the hexagram, shocking, definitely is going to have the potential to end something for us, for some of us. And I mean, with all of these sharp endings, right? And the swords having to do with the mind, and you can see that she's really distraught by all of this energy. The mental anguish is there, is what I see. However, all of that is in the darkness behind her, and the sun in all of the 10 of Swords cards show the beginning with the ending. So it's pretty cool. I'm trying to get less reflection. I really love this deck. It's so perfect. And so with that new beginning, right? And like the shocking movement, the disruption in our environment. I mean, all of the birds are being called out of the tree and everything's vibrating. And she's looking into the horizon. She's looking to explore and how to approach this new land that she found herself in. Very cool. All right, so let's see what else, if anything, wants to come up. Okay. The moon. Yeah, so there's going to be some emotional turmoil, unknown, some subconscious fears, certainly, that will come up with this kind of upheaval and this kind of disruption in our environment. And then the 10 of Wands. So an opportunity to put down what we know, put down the burden of the past, to put down some kind of burden in our beliefs, to be open to exploring something new, some new truths, some new understanding, some new wisdom, some new territory. Yeah, I'm totally digging it. So I think that's a good place to end with the cards. And just to follow up, I'm going to do my little bag of sweary affirmations. And just because we're having fun, being playful, and just staying positive. Positive vibes only, fuck negativity. All right, so wishing you all a fantastic week ahead. Even if you're finding this later in another Uranus kind of aspect, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you enjoyed the divination and the messages here. If they resonate with you, please give a like or subscribe, see what else comes up. I pretty much just do these when I am inspired, when I feel called, when the energy is right. And usually it's right when I'm meant to have some fun. Just to have some fun, be lighthearted, play, and practice the I Ching and tarot along the way, and share with like-minded folks like yourself. So get out there and collaborate, make those Uranian Aquarius connections, and create a beautiful world. Thanks again. Ciao for now.